Let's turn our attention now to a debate that we have heard a lot of companies having. What exactly companies can or can't do when it comes to COVID-19 vaccinations. Roughly 12% of the country has now received at least the first dose of one of the COVID-19 vaccines. But how far can companies go to encourage employees to get inoculated? Let's bring in Yahoo Finance's Alexis Keenan, who's been looking at this angle for us. And Alexis, you're sort of looking at this from a legal standpoint. What are the parameters that the companies can operate within when it comes to actually requiring or heavily encouraging their employees to get vaccinated?
Yeah, hi, Akiko. So let's start with the fact that yes, employers can mandate the vaccine, but that can open up a lot of legal challenges because, of course, there are exceptions to that rule. Now, so far, employers are overwhelmingly encouraging employees to get the vaccine, not mandating it so far. There is some pending guidance coming from the EEOC that could help employers better understand how far they can really go to encourage employees to get the vaccine. And so far, we're seeing kind of this escalation of the offers, really ramping it up and offering more and more to employees in a really range of incentives. We had Target on Wednesday saying that they would offer certain hourly workers up to 4 hours of extra pay. Also, Lyft rides free to and from vaccine appointments. We had McDonald's also offering 4 hours of bonus pay. Trader Joe's, Aldi, Starbucks, they're offering 2 hours of bonus pay for workers. And then you have Instacart and Kroger offering stipends of $25 and $100 respectively. Now, why these perks could become legally problematic is because the Department of Labor has never issued really specific guidance on how these incentives fit into the current laws that govern company offered healthcare plans. So there are two laws also on top of it. It's a really hodgepodge of legal requirements for these companies. One is under HIPAA, one is under ADA. They both have limitations on how these plans can operate. Now, when you think of incentives like the ones that come from a premium discount for not smoking or walking a certain number of steps per day, that's what we're talking about here. But under HIPAA, the incentive, if it's offered, it cannot exceed 30% of a worker's total healthcare premium. We can show you that on the screen there. And under the ADA, the incentive has to be voluntary, meaning the employee cannot feel like they were coerced into going and getting a vaccine. Not to mention, any employee who cannot get the vaccine for a medical purpose, a disability, or religious reasons, they have to be offered an alternate way to get that incentive. So the concern, of course, here is the higher those incentives go, the more employees feel like they might be pressured either financially or medically to go get that vaccine. Akiko?
Yeah, and Alexis, let me just jump in here on like the state level issues too, because what kind of protections are legislators maybe looking at to back up what you're talking about there on maybe protecting against mandated vaccines?
Yeah, so while employers can mandate, that's the way that the federal law stands right now. Of course, states can do what they want so long it doesn't conflict too much with those federal laws. So already we're seeing South Carolina, Wisconsin, Alabama toying with the idea of outright outlawing the employer required vaccination. So meaning employers would no longer be able to mandate in those states. In Wisconsin, the proposed law got as far as the governor's desk. The governor vetoed that law. And so right now we're still at a standstill, but these are being discussed. And certainly we would expect perhaps other states to propose similar legislation.
All right, Alexis Keenan bringing us the latest on that front. Appreciate that.